Hello, everyone. We're back with some more Lord of the Rings Online. I totally meant. Well, too late now. That's okay. Anyways, we are back with more Lord of the Rings Online, and we are still in the Before the Shadow update. Where do I want to go? Let's go back this way. And when we last left off, well, we kind of did the first little section here of the Swanfleet map on Brawler, and we're just going to continue off. Maybe we'll get some more story stuff done today. That would be nice. There's a lot of quests, so we kind of got a little overwhelmed there early on. Do we have trait points to deal with? I don't think so, no. Let's put on our Destiny point rewards. Are you winning? Kind of. We're succeeding in questing. Just... Whoa. Whoa, my God. That's a slippery mountain, apparently. We haven't died yet, so I guess that counts as winning. Right? Always gotta make sure we're winning.
Do it.
Exactly. Do it. How do I get up this mountain, though? That's the next question. There we go. I'm curious to see where this where this zone takes us, because this is all new. Oh, did she now? Well, that's good. She's starting her new job today. She shouted you out the other stream. Oh, on her last stream? Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, she came by for the Pokemon stream we did over the weekend. Agreed. I hope so too. Okay. Oh yeah, always scary on the first day. Always. Especially when it's like a new type of job, right? Like when you spend like your entire work life doing one specific thing, and then all of a sudden your next job is something totally different. It can make it even more scary. Oh yeah, a girlfriend, but yeah, they do know each other. She's the assistant manager. Yep, it definitely helps a lot. And that was a big thing too, actually, I think in her interview, where she was asked, are you okay with working under someone that you know quite personally? And Celia said, well, of course, because of her last job, which I also worked there too, was our boss was our dad. So, of course, we're both her and I are used to working with people we know. Okay, so we may have to go back somewhere, but we should be okay. Yeah, exactly. Been there, done that. Huh. Get out of here, shrews. So what I do is a very unique job in that I work with med students. So these are students that are trying to become doctors, surgeons, psychiatrists, EMS, like anything in the medical field, even up to the point of like psychiatry or something like that. And what I do is I come in and I am essentially given like a script, like an actor, and I pretend to have a specific disease, illness, injury, or problem in general. Like maybe it's something like, oh, I've had a fever for 3 weeks and it's not going away. So all it is that in a learning environment, the student can get practice with dealing with different kinds of cases, but it also works with or helps with building their communication skills. So, you know, they learn how to communicate to a patient, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then I also, on the side as well, I help out my uncle with his glass installation business. He has his own company for installing glass, and occasionally I'll help him out with that. But yeah, the hospital stuff is fun. Sometimes it gets really crazy, and it's a big emergency day, and there's a bunch of us there, and we've all been thrown out of like a bus that was in a massive accident. So we come in on stretchers or whatever. We have like broken legs and like glass sticking out of our head and stuff like that. Yeah, windows, showers, mirrors, just all kinds of glass. Yeah, yeah, handyman. Handyman for glass. But the hospital stuff allows the students to learn and practice, and it gives them a safe place to mess up, right? Like, because obviously none of it's actually real; it's all pretend. So if they do something wrong, it's totally okay, and it's not going to affect anything. Because I'm not actually, I don't actually have a broken leg, or I wasn't actually thrown out of a bus. So if they do something wrong, it's okay, and then we talk about it, we learn about it. And then, yeah, it just gives them the practice for real life. So it's a very cool thing. And it's also actually very unique to medical school in general, apparently. Like, there's not many places in Canada or even across, like, North America even that do that kind of a thing. It is very smart to do. I agree. Because it's a whole lot better than learning things off of out of a textbook or whatever, or usually I guess what they get is mannequins. So they set up like a simulation with a mannequin where like they get really expensive equipment where a mannequin will have like a heartbeat and like built-in lungs and all that kind of stuff, and then depending on what the student does will influence like the mannequin's like heart rate or blood pressure or whatever. But of course the mannequin doesn't talk, and that's what's important as well. It's not just getting the medical stuff right, it's about getting the communication right. You know, you got to talk to people when they're sick or injured or whatever. You got to learn how to talk to them properly, make them comfortable. Otherwise you're not going to be a very fun doctor to deal with. Alright, let's beat up some bandits. Go punch them. What is our AoE damage like? Not bad. No, we still need a few more. We're kind of out leveling all of our quests here, so we might actually just kind of focus on the story here after we turn all these in, and maybe stick to the higher level stuff, because we are zooming through. No, this is what I wanted. What do I want? Get a victory pulse when we kill things. My critical chance with skills. That sounds useful. So let's turn in down there. That's the prologue, which that's the story that we want to do. There's that one. That one's down there. Okay.
are strange days indeed. There are uruks about.
Ooh. Oh no, we don't want any of these. These are trash.
I left Lucy behind to guard the prisoner, so I could ask the mayor what to do.
We had better follow him to his captive, and quickly.
All right, what can we learn?
Where does your friend hold captive this uruk?
Let's meet this uruk. Uh-oh. Did the uruk escape? Did you hear that? Hear what? Oh, boars. Boar steaks will serve as well in the winter. I bet boar steaks would taste really good, actually.
Blood for the blood god! Skulls for the skull throne!
Exactly. All the blood, all the skulls. The fighting Urukai go where they please. Uh-huh. But why are you here? Nowhere is safe for you. Gandalf saxophone. Oh, here. Hold on. I'll play that one. That's a fun one. That's the dance party. Gotta put on the hat for it, though. Oh, yeah! That's a favorite here. I played a bunch of different games. Let's see. Dead by Daylight. Been doing the new Pokemon that came out. This game here, Lord of the Rings Online. Total War Warhammer. Random like indie horror games like Phasmophobia or Ghost Watchers, stuff like that. Yeah, great variety. I'll be doing World of Warcraft here soon because the expansion comes out next week. Yeah, big variety of stuff.
Thank you for aiding my
Do we need
cause.
new boots? Oh, yeah, we do. New boots.
And upon me? Why does your ranger friend just stand there, like a lump on a log?
believe this.
So now we gotta go back to the main. Okay. Well, here, let's go to Glen Helig. Glen Helig. I'm guessing he's down there. Yeah, he is. Alright. Time to break our ankles again.
What do you need?
Locate the first trial marker. Alright. Oh, I see. That quest is supposed to show you where the town is. Oh. Corrupted plant. Where's that? That's up this way. Let's go this way. Is there a questing deed in this area? Ariador, Dunland, Enidwythe, Oregion, Rokel. Ah, there we go. Swanfleet. Okay, cool. We're almost done. Oh, there's an advanced final one. Okay, so we can at least do the quest and get credit for stuff, so that's good to know.
You found it. Oh, how very odd.
Will there ever be an end to this?
Need... Go away, birds. Might? Yeah. Okay, that's that part of the deed. So we need 30 more quests. Oh, wow, that's actually quite a bit.
Come, look over yonder.
What did we see?
No?
Oh, it's just a glorious view. Okay. Ooh, that's a pretty fabric. Kite fabric. Oh, the Hobbit's gonna... is he gonna pull out a kite on the mountain? That's fun. That's fun. A spool of rope and a fallen branch. Spool of rope. Okay, let's go back to the main town first.
We won't be caught off guard again.
Pick up barrel. From where? From in here? Oh. Oh, we're arming the town. I see. We're preparing the town for an orc attack. Ooh, the wizards. The knowledge of Saruman. Saruman the White is the most learned of the wizards, greatest of their order. Yeah, Saruman no longer seeks to defend Middle-earth. Gandalf walks the lands with the aid of an old walking stick, pipe smoke curling about the tall hat he wears. Strider knew him. Yeah, that's Aragorn. He's not corrupted. And then Radagast. Good old Radagast. One person, Radagast the Brown, a master of shapes and hues and friend to all good-hearted beasts and birds. Wanders places known only to creatures of fur and feather. Alright. Yep. More armor. Search for signs of the Uruk at the road. Where the road enters the Swan Fleet from Enidwaith. Isn't that down south? Well, that's way over there. Okay. Alright, let's go back to the Stable Master then. And ride back.
Hello there.
We're going to what is it? Lintriv. Corrupted flower. We'll go get this random stick that's over here. Because this hobbit needs a very specific stick to fly a kite, apparently. Can't just be any old branch. It has to be this specific one. All right, and then we'll go through this town. Oh, we're in... Oh. Okay. Did not know that that's where this was. That's interesting. This is a scary place to be in. Actually.
They say some of our kin went north long ago.
Can we go north this way then? There's a little path. Oh, nope. All right. I wonder how far we'll get if we go... Maybe if we stick to the road, it won't be so bad. But we'll see. This could get really sketchy. Uh-oh. What wants to attack me? Oh no, not the wolves. Nope. Oh my god, they came just running over that mountain. Nope. All right. Are we stuck here? I sure hope not. Oh, it stuck us here. Okay. All right, we'll go back to...
What'll I do for you?
Just go back to Lintriv for now. Oh, he's down there now. Okay. Oh, really? Now you're on this mountain. Can I get up here? Oh, wait, maybe right here. There we go.
Well, you took too long, and I got hungry, and...
Classic Hobbit. Eats the entire picnic before you arrive. What a classic Hobbit. Nope, the road's up this way. I always get lost right here. Is it there? No, there it is.
Hello.
Venture deeper into the forest. Does it let us get up there? No, it does not. All right.
How do you do?
Is there something here that we need? Venture deeper into the forest. What's here? A shadow's presence threatens you? Oh, it's this big, scary bear. Come here, bear. There we go. Okay, so that's back to that town now. Well, I feel like we're getting close to at least, like, finishing off this little zone. Or I guess this section here down at the bottom, so that we can move on. It's weird that the book wasn't very, well, yeah, I guess the book, the prologue, wasn't very, now book, I guess, was definitely not very linear in terms of navigating. It was very back and forth. Okay, we gotta do this right so that we don't die. Uh-oh. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. I didn't want to die from the fall damage, but I also didn't want to, like, accidentally totally whiff it and miss the structures completely and just fall to the bottom. Okay, she's at Lintriv. So I'm guessing she's going to give me another quest. Let's put Lintriv as our home right now. Just so that we can map back to it easily.
Hello. I have witnessed the crossing of black riders through these parts.
Oh, now there's spiders. So... Huh. Okay, let's continue on. Oh, we got another quest over here. I'm guessing in the same area. Yeah, okay. Let's go north first. Let's head up north. Let's do the book again, because we'll do a little bit of a circle here, and we'll try to unlock this location at least. We won't do quests, like we'll pick up quests from there, but we won't do them yet, because we'll go here, do this. Go the path up north to turn this in, pick up quests here so that we remember that we have quests in that area. And then we'll come back and go this way and do these, map back to here, turn everything in, then travel and do it that way. Is there? No, there isn't. Okay. So what is this one? Hide Hobbit Prince. So are they along the beach or are they on the road? This is the Hobbit Footprint one, right? Bright Life community is raiding with a party of 54. Oh my god! Bright Life. Well, thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it. Hello, hello everyone. I hope you had a wonderful stream. We are playing Lord of the Rings Online. One of my all-time favorite games. And in Lord of the Rings Online, there was a new area, expansion, whatever you want to call it, added. So that's what we're doing. We're doing this new little zone. For those that know Lord of the Rings, then, so where we are in time right now, for those that know Lord of the Rings, is the Nazgul, Ringwraiths, Black Riders have just been sent out by Sauron to go track down Frodo. You know, the whole, like, Shire Baggins thing that they're looking for. So they were just sent out. Frodo hasn't reached the Prancing Pony yet in Bree. But we're kind of like just at the beginning of the first movie. That's what we're doing. But here, let me. There was a whole bunch of notifications here, so let me just catch up now. Joe Allen Music, thank you for the follow. Gap Doll, thank you for the follow. The Duffet, thank you for the follow. And Bright Life Community, Bright Life, thank you for the follow. Welcome all of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your time here. We're all nerds. We love talking movies and games and all that fun stuff. Stands in the Fire. That sounds like a bad idea. Thanks for the follow. Is it Gerard? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Just hanging the gaming. Hello, Ridamok. Oh, that's a nice play on words there. Maybe you don't know what you're doing. Maybe you do though. I don't know. It's like Rittermark, but not quite. I like it. I approve. If that's what you were going for, I approve of that. Love it, man. I gotta look for a bit. Gotta go grab some food. Yeah, get some food. Eat up. Thanks for the raid again. I appreciate it. And yeah, lurk away. Where were you guys? What was your stream? What were you guys doing today? How was that stream? Alright, where are these? I'm gonna find some steel pins and defeat things, but where? Oh, it's up there. Okay, hold on, there might be a... More LOTRO? Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so you guys know what's up then. You guys know what's up. Yeah, we're doing the new Swan Fleet stuff. So the new zone as well. Cool, yeah. I'm excited to see what the story is. I'm curious to see what they've done with the story and like the book. And I think we go to what, like level like 30 or something in this zone. So I'm just curious on how it all connects with the rest of the world. He's on the second zone, so that's the Cardalin zone, right? Yeah, that's this one. That's a massive map, I just realized. I'm also playing the Brawler. I've never played Brawler before, so just I thought this would be a fun opportunity to try out Brawler and see what they're like. Honestly, I just kind of like the concept of a hobbit going around Middle-earth and just punching everything. Oh, look, a boar. Punch it in the face. Some Uruks. Punch him. Punch him in the kneecaps, because it's probably as high as I can reach. It's cool. It's kind of like a mixture of like Warden mixed with, I don't know, like a champion or a hunter. So you build up, they call it metal, like mettle, metal. And then what happens is, depending on this combo of moves you do, creates a different outcome when you spend your metal. So they're called setup moves. So if low strike is the most recent setup attack, then it makes the target more vulnerable. If this is the setup attack, then your spender will deal additional damage. Rhythm Mark, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. And then the different spender moves are just one reduces armor, one does more damage, one's an AoE. So it's kind of a weird combination of like the specific order of moves you do will change the outcome of your spending moves. So it's interesting, it's unique. It's hard to assess like their damage output and stuff right now because it's still early on. But what I've loved about this update the most is the fact that we get our trait point. We get trait points every level now. So like after level 1, so I'm level 13 and I have 12 trait points. Like that's just super cool. I would have had to been like level 24 or something like that. No, it wasn't even. Was it even every 2 levels? It was every 2 levels, like after level 7 or something like that. It was really weird. Anyway, so I'm loving that now. Is it also a free mount at the start now? I didn't know that. I have the smell the roses like mount package or whatever from the store, so every time I've made a new character for like the last like 5 years or whatever, I start with a mount and all the mount training and all that, so I haven't needed to worry about that. But that's good to know that you actually get a free mount at the start. Yeah, the Journeyman Riding package. That has definitely paid off a lot for me too. It was a good investment for sure. Just, you know, there was no reason not to get it in my eyes. Yeah, if you bought the 10 LP quest once on your account, the part 2 starting quest included a horse and riding skill now on every... Oh, that's really cool. That's great for the... That's a great thing for the store. Awesome. I cried when I got my goat for free. Only went 38% speed. Even if you don't want the writing skill, you can do the quest just to get the mount. Right, completionism. Of course, of course. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I think we've killed enough in here. We need another... You can hear the sweet sounds of my mechanical keyboard. It's a razor of some kind. Hold on. I have the box somewhere. Oh wait, I think I can just do this. It is a razor keyboard. This button? Nope, not that one. This one. The specific one is, I think it's a Diamondback. No, Black Widow. Razor Black Widow. That's what I'm using. That's the sweet sound of a Razor Black Widow. Like it built custom one or everything. Okay. Yeah, I used to do... I went from mechanical to, what is it, membrane? The softer, like the squishier buttons. Just, you know, for sound purposes. It's quieter. But what I noticed with those keyboards was that they kept dying. As in, like, certain keys would stop working. Or, like, if every time I hit the E key, it would... do E and R. The 1 key would type Q. The 5 key would type W. It was really weird. And what I thought at the time was that it was like me breaking it, because at the time my desk had a pull-out thing for the keyboard to sit on, and every time I was pulling it out and pushing it back in, the pushing it back in would chop the cable. And I didn't notice it for years until one day my keyboard stopped working. I was like, what? And then I looked, and the cord was like completely chewed in half. So I bought another membrane keyboard and then fixed the cord situation. But then shortly after that, the same thing happened with the keys not working. And then I learned it's specifically because it's a membrane keyboard. Mechanical keyboards are less likely to have that issue, apparently, which I didn't know at the time. So yeah, mechanical keyboard all the way. No problem, Joe. And actually, we're getting looking at getting a whole brand new computer set up here in pretty soon. So that's exciting. Spending the big bucks on a whole new setup. They also do go clickety-clack. Yeah, new builds feel good. This one is... I think we're at almost like 10 years old now for this one. So it's lasted a while. And honestly, I'd keep going with it, but... because there's really no problem with it. It's just once I got into streaming this last year, I've noticed that it's a little bit harder on the computer, and... it affects the stream quality a little bit, just a little bit, because it's not as it was never meant for streaming, but it's good. It was a good place to start. And Nuffy Air 75 when I was in Australia. Ooh, that's nice. That's cool, Duckman. All right, we finally made it to this city. Ooh, we've got Dunlendings. Interesting. Okay.
What can I do for you?
Okay, so we'll talk to you. We'll pick up this quest. We'll save it for later because I want to go back to Lintriv first. Actually, wait, no, let's go to Kelligor. Let's just let's do this. We don't need that kind of spam in here. I picked up one with blue switches whenever market it. I think I can get the browns. Yeah, it would be nice if it was just a bit quieter. I totally agree. Which is why I like the membrane keyboard. But I'd sacrifice sound if it meant the keyboard lasts longer. I'm hoping though with looking at getting a new mic stand as well at some point. So I'm hoping that that'll help reduce the clickety clacky sounds for at least for streaming. All right, how do I get there? Cuz like I guess I'll go this way and then we'll go up and around the mountain. Yeah, I guess that would work. But I don't know. It doesn't. I don't want to wreck it either. Hold on. I'm trying to read this map. I'm trying to figure out. So there's a road right here. Did I miss it? Is this map lying to me, or is there a secret road right here? Map? Where's this road? Oh, it's right there. There we go. That's what I wanted. I've liked it so far. I haven't done a whole lot with it yet. But I'm liking it so far. It's pretty. I was really happy to see the locations of it. Like, I thought it was really cool to connect Enidwaith to a new zone, which is connected to Aragian and Trollshaws, or the last new zone that they did, the Angle. And I also liked how, like, there's now, like, you can go south of Bree now, and then it's, you know, they're kind of filling in the puzzle that is the map of Middle Earth, and it's, you know, piece by piece, and I think it's really cool. I'm really just excited to see what the story does. So far, I haven't been blown away by it. The opening was really cool. But so far, I'm just kind of like, meh, average from a story perspective. But that can obviously change quite quickly. Okay, how do we get... Guess we can go this way. I'm guessing the story will be quite different in Cardalin. That I'm kind of excited for. I'm hoping for some, like, fun, Witch King, Fall of Arnor kind of stuff. That's what I'm hoping for, at least in Cardalin. But we'll see. Okay, so there's supposed to be spiders in here? Is there like an opening to a cave? Or is it just up here? Oh yeah, here we go. When they did Angle, they said the level range had to be 40 to 45 because you can't put low-level zones next to high-level zones. Apparently that's not a rule, right? Actually, before the raid happened, there was this quest that I had to do over here. And I'm like, well, maybe it's connected here. So I went over to this, followed the path this way, and tried to cross the river, and I ended up here in the Gloom Glens in Enidwaith. I was like, oh, well, I guess that makes sense, but also I'm in very big danger. And then sure enough, when I took 2 steps outside of the city, of the hobbits that live there, like 8 wolves and boars just came running over the mountain and ate me. As they're like level 70. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, great. Yeah, I totally agree that the idea of some high-level zones mixed in with low-level zones makes total sense. Like, I think that's really cool. And I didn't realize that they made that comment about the angle. That's so weird. Because, yeah, as we see today, totally irrelevant. So you have to dodge the guys that are too powerful for you, then you get that sense of progression. You know, that's exactly it, right? That's exactly it. You get the sense of progression. You gotta be sneaky and avoid the tougher enemies. Well, that's kind of what it was like back in the day, too, in Shadow of Angmar days, where you had to, like... You had to get to, like, the far north parts of the Misty Mountains, or of Angmar, to get to, like, the next quest hubs, and you either, like... had to just make the run and be sneaky and avoid everything, or you had to just grind it out and level up so that you could get to those faraway zones safely. And then they released then that kind of when Forakel was released, it made life much easier in that regard. And Evendom as well. Evendom kind of aided that as well. Alright, so now we just need to find flowers. Have they said what the next expansion is supposed to be? I'm assuming not, because we just got this like last week. But I'm curious where they go next. If they do another low mid-level area, or if they do like something for end game and like increase level cap next. We leveled up again. Let's do more crypt stuff. Because I heard rumors of them adding boats and like make like sailing a hobby. I heard rumors of it. I don't know if it's actually true or not. But then that got me thinking of, okay, well, maybe they're going to expand further west and we'll go to, like, the Grey Havens. Or does that mean that we go south from Gondor and make our way towards Umbar? And we get, like, the pirates. Was never sure. Or if, you know, if it was just rumors. And none of it's actually true at all. Okay, so apparently there's a flower over there, according to the map. Corrupted Feldwort. Wait. We're right on it. There it is. Okay. So let's map back, because that'll be easy. Defeat the Spider Queen. All right.
Hello. Hold it.
Aye?
Have a good one. I'm off to bed. It's 11:30 over here. All right, Duckman. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the follows, and yeah, hope you have a good night, and maybe I'll see you again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Take the sample and mix them with the ingredients.
Oh, mix again. Okay. Edie is now following. Well, thanks, Edie. I appreciate it.
Be able to stave off the corruption for now.
And Duckman, also appreciate it.
I am afeard of the days to come.
Man, why does it send us back there? It was such a pain to get to. But at least that's... Maybe we're getting to the end here at least, and then I can go back to the book quest. 'Cause, man, I really wanted to, really wanted to figure that out. I want to see where this story goes. Oh, I guess a suitable area to pour the vial. So I'm assuming this waterfall. Generally, it's the waterfalls that always want you to pour stuff into them. No? Was it the top of the waterfall? Oh, it's probably the top of the waterfall. Stupid hobbit legs. Oh no, right here was the spot. Okay. All right, now let's figure out how to get over here. Thanks for the stream. We're gonna catch you around. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah. Perhaps I will see you again. Tomorrow around the same time. We'll be but earlier, but roughly around the same time. We will continue off where we leave today, wherever that may be. Oh wait, I guess... No, this is not a summon something cocoon. This is a... Oh no, there's the queen. Hi, Spider Queen. Wait, that wasn't the Spider Queen? It said Spider Queen. Is there a different queen? Maybe there's a different queen. Gloomhead Queen. Is that not... what I just killed? Oh, corrupted Spider Queen. There we go. There we go.
you need?
There we go. This might be the last quest. There we go. All right. So now we only have the book. So now we can go do the book, and then we can go back up north to the Dunlandings. We need to go to Mossward. Yeah, then we'll go up north and do these. Is this... That's... Angle. I'm assuming this is the last hub. Because that's Angle. Western Aragian. Is that... Yeah, there might be another hub there. Guess we'll find out. Okay, let's sell stuff while I'm here, because last time I totally forgot to sell. And our bags got extremely full of random junk that I don't really care about. Nah, just sell it all. Sell it all. To inside the shop. Alright, so we got the Urukai weapons to help better gear the people of the town.
I didn't ask for these. Could you do something about Tegwin? He's been bothering me since this
Come on, Tegwin, we gotta... You want to help the village, kid? Alright, let's go hunt some animals then, I guess. Need some whetstones, need some crabine, and boar tusks. Oh, that's a class deed? Alright. Time to just hurl objects at people. For that class deed. I love that it's one-shotting things. That's kind of funny, actually. Just throwing a beer mug at animals. God, that sounds terrible. Just throwing beer mugs at boars and birds. No big deal. Alright, now we just need boars. Sucks because I'm now like super over leveled, so I can't actually track enemies well. No, ruffian. Wasn't there like a boar cave over here? Or was it this one? Maybe that's the boar cave down there. Alright, let's find... Find some stones at least. Oh, there's a boar. Alright, we got all the boars. Do we have... No, we used them all. Okay, that's fine. Not that I really need it. Alright, kid. I guess, wasn't he supposed to come with us? Maybe we just pretended he was with us.
Thank you for these items.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. For some, search the perimeter for... Oh, he's missing! Oh, of course. God damn it, kid. This is what happens. All the kid wants to do is help, and then he gets told no, so then what does he do? He wanders off. Search the perimeter. Uh-oh. By the east gate. Where's this kid, guard? You literally just let a kid walk by you? Come on.
You say the boy might have found Uruk tracks leading north?
Yep. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Okay. Now we can head into the new zone. Now I feel good. Now I feel good. Or not the new zone, but the next hub. Because we were really over leveling here, so I was hoping we move on, and sure enough, here we are.
You seem to be a person of great ability.
Okay.
You seem to be a person of good ability.
Defeat Avnak. Or, is it Avan? Oh, Avonk. Avonks. That's what they are. Yeah, the worms. Almost dragons. That's cool that we could see them early, actually. Introduction to crafting.
Even the Ukhlus have need of help.
I
I have not seen your kind before.
don't really know. I don't. Let's do. I mean, I'm not gonna worry about it. At least not right now. At least not right now.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Oh, here we go. Oh, they did add someone here. Nice. That's what I wanted. There we go. Now we can sell and stuff on the go. Brawler trader. I'm assuming you don't really have anything.
Evil things
No.
here in the night.
Oh, wait. Don't we have, yeah, we do. Level 10. 61, 101, level 20. Okay. We don't need this. Okay, cool. So they did have something here. Let's put our home here now. Oh, there was a person there. I didn't see that. Oh, is that a fishing dude, though? Oh, no, it's part of the... Okay, learning to fish. Oh, we have to do... Oh, okay. Is he giving me a fishing pole? No. Okay.
I have not seen your kind.
Train. Oh god, I don't remember how. Hobby? Here we go. Nope. We'll stick it here. Go on my skill bar. There we go. Come on, fish. Did that not count?
I hope these dark days will soon be behind us.
Those lit up, so I assumed that's where I had to fish from, but maybe I have to fish from this side? Because I did catch a fish. While standing near the catch a fish while standing near the hobby master. Okay, no, it does say stand near the hobby master. Alright, let's stand near the hobby master then. Let's try this again. That count? Why is that not counting? Game, help me. Fish while standing near the hobby master. Okay, I will stand on him. I am near him. I'm fishing with him. I like this music. Why is that not counting? Do I have to get it inside the circle? Or the glowy stuff? I mean, that's kind of near it. No, I'm definitely catching fish, and it's... Why is this not working? Alright, well, we'll do one more, and then I guess we'll move on. Ooh, I have an idea. What if I stand in the water and fish? I'll stand on top of the sparkles. Kind of fish near the sparkles. Nope. Alright, I give up on that one. I'll have to figure out... Wait, is there a... No, there was no vendor there. I was gonna say, maybe I need to put bait on? Like, the game wants me to put bait on it?
We are all
Then while standing next to him, catch a fish so he can observe that you've done it right. All right, I'll just... Am I doing it, Hobby Master? Come on, fish. Oh. Okay, I acquired a very small fish. Okay, that counted for some reason. Whatever. That was a pain. Fishermen get all the ladies. Do they? I didn't know that. That's good to know. Alright, let's figure out...
Hear me out, Duvo.
Okay, introduction, yes.
You're welcome.
Let's do... Armor, I guess.
Requires us to do
Train... Okay. Complete 3 of the introductory quests. Well, how do I... Oh, there we go.
As long as the sun shines, you are welcome here.
This one and this one.
But perhaps you may be of help to me. As long as the sun shines, you are welcome here. Greetings.
Craft a copper ingot. I need a forge. Where's the... Is this supposed to be a forge? That's an oven, though. Is this the button? Yeah. Okay, where's the forge? Where is the forge? Workbench? Cook? Is the forge up there? There we go. There's the forge. Alright. Copper ingot. Bring the copper ingot to the person. Metalsmith. Make a bronze helm. Whoopsies, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, we'll just do this. I did that wrong. There we go. Bronze helm. Novice Taylor.
Greetings.
Going good. We've kind of slowly progressed the story and we've moved on a bit. We got some good progression done, I think. Slowly moving on up. Where is... There we go. That's what I wanted. Workbench, tailor, rough cloth, cloak. Here we go.
Welcome, traveler.
All right, bring the copper ingot to the supplier. Then I think tonight I'm gonna stream the night. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see if we can make it work. I did some test games. I'm not super confident in how strong he is, but maybe I'm missing something. So we're gonna see what we can learn tonight. All right, so now we need to talk to Aluna. Is it true that Canadian bacon is similar to ham? Canadian bacon is ham. Now, what I think is really funny is that we don't call ham Canadian bacon. We call it ham. So, like, Canadian bacon is just ham. But the only ones that I don't know, we don't call it Canadian bacon. It's not like we go out or, like, you know, for Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go get some Canadian bacon. Like, no, we're gonna get a ham. So I always thought the term was really funny. What is bacon in Canada? Bacon is bacon. It's just bacon. Yeah, bacon is bacon. I need to look up like the origins of Canadian bacon, because we don't, yeah. American ham. That's basically what it would be like. That's good. Bacon is American ham, and ham is Canadian bacon. The only Canadian bacon I know is the movie. Right?
Nice of you to finally arrive. What took you so long?
Oh, nice. Level up. Level 15. I don't think we can open up anything yet. No. All right. What is this? A crushing headbutt that can stun and... Ooh, a stun. What's the cooldown on it? 30 seconds? Okay, interesting. Kevin. Kevin M is now following. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your time here.
Have you had to look after teenagers in the wilderness for a week?
Alright, so now we got 3 more quests to do.
Devodiad, hello. My name is Devin. I have a slightly morbid request to make.
What is this? Oh, that's the... Right, that's that. And I don't remember what the... What is that quest? Oh, that's the... Right, that's skirmishes, so I do need that. And then that's the random... box thing. Oh, no, that's my class quest. Right, because I hit 15. Ooh, the Brawler class quest. I haven't actually never done that before, so that'll be interesting. Alright, where are we going? I got distracted by the Canadian bacon. This way.
Take down a few wargs, and at least one of the really big ones.
Oh, I have a fishing pole. Uh-oh, this is gonna be a long fight. I forgot to switch my... No, I can't in combat. Alright. We're gonna beat this warg with a fishing pole. Get him! Smack him! Oh, yeah. This is a lot of damage. Actually, that's a decent amount of damage for this level. That's kind of funny. Alright, back to our gloves, our punching gloves. Did we need to kill wargs? Yeah, we did. I mean, that's some real damage. We just one-shot punched a warg. Oh, the stun cost. Oh, I see. What is this ability? Oh, incoming damage, right. Actually, I might put that here. That was a good hit. Damn, that felt good. Wait, is that a cave that I can actually go in? Oh, no, it goes... Oh, we go up. Okay, never mind. Let's turn that off. We don't need this. We don't need this. I love that throwing it right now, because we're so over-leveled, throwing our beer mugs just one-shots everything. Oh, and then this giant pile. All right, there we go. Got that done.
Maybe it'd be fun to fight alongside you sometime.
What other MMOs have you dabbled in, and which one do you say has the best graphics? Ooh, that's a good question. So we've got Lord of the Rings Online, World of Warcraft, Star Wars: The Old Republic, Final Fantasy, was it Conan Age of Reckoning? Something like that. I don't know if that's still a game anymore, though. Oh, there was that Warhammer one. That's still not that's not a thing anymore, though.
My task is to find a reliable source of water for our scouting.
I did the Rift when that came out. I don't know if that... I wonder if that's still an MMO. The Rift. That was a great one, actually. I enjoyed that a lot. I just didn't have anyone to play it with anymore, so I stopped playing it. So in terms of the one with the best graphics, that's a close one. I would say either probably Final Fantasy, or the Rift was really good. Honestly, though, Lord of the Rings Online, like, is very, isn't as cartoony, if that makes sense, as the other ones out there. Like, Star Wars: The Old Republic and World of Warcraft, their graphics are very simple. And it's a specific art style that they're trying to go for, which is totally fair. It's not like to say that their graphics are trash or anyway. They're going for a specific art style that's a bit more simple, that runs on... you don't need, like, the best computer in the world to run it. Where Lord of the Rings Online's graphics are, I'd say, aren't as animated or cartoony. So I would say it's between Final Fantasy and Lord of the Rings Online, in the ones that I've played. I'm sure something like EVE Online has, like, way better graphics. But I've never played it. So I actually don't know. Now, that being said, I believe I read an article where they're trying to get Lord of the Rings Online to have more updated graphics. Which I think is kind of cool to hear. Talk to Darren on top of the hill northwest. That hill? No, it can't be that hill, is it? No, it's not. I thought about Star Wars, but I don't think I have it in me for one more MMO. So, Star Wars, I believe, is free to play. It's not the best free to play, but it'd be okay. What I love about Star Wars, honestly, though, is the storytelling. If you love Star Wars, it is a great game to play. To like, essentially, you do your class quest. So every class in the game has its own story. Everyone has like the same like side quests and like planet quests, but every class has their own specific unique class quest that only they get to do. Those are really good. There's some really good ones. There's some kind of average ones. But honestly, the class quests are great. And the class quest ends at level 50. So I think right now Star Wars goes up to like level 75 or 80 or something like that. But the class quests kind of end at level 50. So, I don't know. That's something to think about. But I totally understand the idea behind of like getting behind more than one MMO is... It's not easy. It's a lot of time. Oh, yeah, class quests for Lord of the Rings, there's class quests. I'm referring to Star Wars The Old Republic game, where they have their own specific, unique class story. But you are right in your comment about Moria. That is correct. No, that's fine. That's totally fine. You're allowed to be distracted. Okay, we did that. We did that.
Darren went ahead to draw the bulk of them away, but we need you to split their forces even further.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that Lord of the Rings gives off BDE? What do you mean? What's BDE? I'm trying to think of what that stands for. BDE. Best. Oh, is that big energy? Is that what you're referring to? Yes, okay, that has pieces together there. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, yes. Lord of the Rings gives off massive BDE for sure. Took me a sec. I got there, though. I got there. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Who's the... There's a villain. There's a villain in the main story. That's him. Right there. Do we not talk to you? Oh, no. Oh, we talked to you back in town. Dwarves are a good one, too. Dwarves are definitely a good one. That's true. Oh, leg spike there. That was weird. I would argue that some of the elves do too, actually.
Welcome, traveler. Yes?
Both the dwarves and specific elves for the same reason of it being a very proud race and people. Elves are though a bit more of the we're above you and look down upon all of you, all the rest of you. Ooh, that was a good call, actually, to do those quests, because now we can go up here and do all of these at once. Oh wait, talk to Mirig. Did we not do that? Do we need to kill you? No, you can... Actually, we're almost done a deed, so no. You die. If I should... How does how it connect to the... Okay, so... The Hobbit Bilbo, who's in the Hobbit movies, Bilbo, he is the uncle of Frodo, who destroys the ring in the movies. So Bilbo in the Hobbit gets the ring from Gollum or Smeagol in the cave, and then eventually the ring goes to Frodo. So that's how they're connected, but at the same time they're not really connected. They are their own stories. The connection is in that of the ring and then the other characters. So like Gandalf, so just like Gandalf in general. And the elves and dwarves and stuff like that. But yeah, that's probably the biggest connection. Salt a rack of fish. Wait, is that what that is? Okay, let's go this way. Bilbo Baggins reminds me of Bilbo Baggins from... Oh, I have not actually watched that. I've heard good things about it. There's a friend of mine that watches it, and she also talks about it a lot. That is kind of my I've seen like previews and stuff for it. It does look entertaining. It is my kind of comedy. Sometimes disturbing, but the wordplay matches. I love some good wordplay. Actually, I'm excited for I think tomorrow's the last episode of Andor, if I understand it correctly. So that could be exciting. Last episode of season 1 at least, because I think there's supposed to be a season 2. I have to give the movies a watch again. Yeah, you should. They're really good movies, honestly. The Lord of the Rings movies are great. They hold up very well today. There's like maybe like 4 or 5 scenes that you could argue don't look really good in today's standards, but even then they still hold up pretty well. It's just those very obvious, oh, well, clearly the hobbits are not standing with everyone, or clearly that's a green screen behind them, but it's okay, it's not the end of the world. I can binge watch them now. Adulting doesn't always suck. It's true. Although, it's a long binge, though. I mean, they're 3 hours each, so, you know. It's a long day. But it's a good day. Do I need to kill these? No, I don't think I do. Because they don't have the eggs. I love that some of these egg nests I can loot, but not all of them. Nothing that a few Hot Pockets and cheese puffs can't help me get through. That's very true. Hot Pockets are like inside out or like reverse like pizzas, right? They're like, you have like, I don't know, the breading, the batter, the whatever, but inside of it is like pizza filling, whatever the flavor is, right? Or are they actually something totally different? You would agree? Okay. Yeah, we call them pizza pops, or at least that's what I call them. Because they're pizza, and then they pop open when you heat them up, and then the pizza oozes out of them. Really good. Okay, where are the rest of these eggs? Oh, there's another Uruk that we can kill. Oh, here's a ranger that we need to talk to. Okay.
I have seen nothing either. Nothing. Let us continue our search.
So I got a buddy of mine who barely touched chips or soda, but as soon as COD came out, he invested chips and he invested into the Doritos and the Mountain Dew. That's really funny. but I mean, also worth it. Like they did every time a new COD comes out, there's like some massive deals on Doritos and Mountain Dew. It's quite funny. My go-to snack is it depends on my mood, I guess. You know, I love some Doritos. Doritos are good. If I'm looking for something a little bit more salty, I'll either do pretzels or some kind of chips, like either like salt and vinegar, dill pickle, ketchup chips. But you know, otherwise maybe I want like something more sweet, so I'll do like maybe like gummy bears or I don't know, some little chocolates or something like that. Yeah, his excuse was the codes are under the gas and you have to buy them now. I mean, why not, right? It's not, Mountain Dew's not bad. It's pretty good. And Doritos are great. That's funny though. I love that. That now that he's into COD. See, their marketing plan totally worked. You know, he's really into COD, so now he has to invest into Doritos and Mountain Dew. Marketing successful. No more drive-by scanning the Walmart for the QR codes. Exactly. You gotta buy it now, sorry. But yeah, I'm kind of a chip guy, I think. That's probably my go-to snack. Something salty and crunchy. With a little extra flavor depending on whatever chip it is. Roasted Avank. Ooh, yes. Oh, popcorn's a good one too. I didn't think about that. Yeah, flaming hot popcorn. Yeah, that's a good one. Not a huge... I like some spice, but not like... Not like melting my mouth spice. You know, just like small amount of heat. This doesn't matter because we have the item.
May their spirits be with you.
Ooh, travel.
In the hopes of securing peace for Langaran, Elona has arranged a meeting with Arthur.
Oh, yes, the hot Pringles one. I think I have them, actually. I can't remember what they're called. Wait, did I mess this up? What the heck happened? Oh, wait here. Oh, I ruined it. Okay. I've seen things change colors that shouldn't be those colors. Whoa! That's really hot. Yeah, I think... Hold on, let me check. I'll be right back. It's the fiery loaded nacho ones, right? Is that the one you're thinking of? Or is there ones that are hotter than the ones I have? Because the ones I have, ooh, they're like, they taste like a nacho, but man, are they spicy. Oh, from hot ones that came. Okay, I haven't tried those ones. That sounds spicy. That sounds too much for me. It's a good show, actually. Hot Ones. That's funny. It's entertaining. They were hotter than Balrog's toes. That's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. I can't say I've had Balrog toes, but that sounds hot. Oh, right. These are the Dragon Clan people. Actually, that's kind of cool. They come in from the zone over. All right, now we beat them up. Yeah, decent, some spice, but like just good overall flavor of everything else is really good. There's some things that are just like pure heat, and I'm like, no, this isn't fun. I couldn't stop eating them. You gotta do milk. Milk helps a lot with the heat. That's what I do. Makes a big difference.
Welcome, traveler.
Ooh, nice.
Yes?
There's another level up.
Be off with you.
Talk to you. Talk to you.
May the spirits be with you.
Oh, it's kind of okay. Well, let's go see if we can find this child. Oh, it's Game Jedi. Hello, hello. I was actually just about to message you that plans changed, and we will be doing. I'm gonna stream the night tonight. After this stream, I'm gonna take a break, get some dinner and whatnot, and then and then I'll do the night, and we'll see if I can make the night work. The night is torture. I played a couple rounds. I think I did like 5, and I couldn't make them work effectively. At least not as how much I want them to, or at least what I envisioned. Unless I'm doing something totally wrong. But there's 3 things I could do with them. Easy camp people. If I really felt the need to, I could confirm any kill I want. And like this person on hook, they're dying. No one's saving this person. That kind of level of camping. If I down someone and I'm worried about a flashlight save, no one's getting a flashlight save because of the guards. So that was different and interesting. Or if I really wanted to make sure a gen never got done, I could do that with a certain build and then have guards could patrol. But I don't know. But like if you do any of that, any of your looping is just gone. And I noticed that they changed a bunch of his add-ons from the PTB, so like all of his best add-ons I felt like were gone. Hey, there we go. You were watching Otts play and he's not a big fan. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know that I'm not like a complete idiot, and that even someone like Otts is like, not the best.
You would have been very proud of me.
Like the concept, again, it's like the concept of him sounds so good and so cool, but then in practice, it just doesn't work. I'd rank him at just under Unreal. That's not a great rank, and I like that. He felt that the add-ons were useless to a point. Yeah, I was looking at that too, because I remember one of his videos, he said that anytime you like downed someone or like hooked someone or something like that, you could see people who were by pallets if they were close enough. But they changed it so now it only works if the pallets are pulled down. So what? You're gonna go around and leave every pallet on the map? Like, that doesn't make it... Just so that you can see survivors? It's like, okay, cool, I can see them by the pallet, but now I have to loop them for 5 minutes. Like, that's not great. So I'm glad that he also thinks that the add-ons are just kind of useless. Clown is stronger, and that's saying a lot. You're honestly not wrong. Clown has better anti-loop than the Knight, and that's a problem. And like I thought, okay, maybe if I play the Knight like the Dredge, where the Dredge, you send the clone out one way and then you go, and then you kind of sandwich the survivor. So I thought, okay, maybe I can do this something similar, but anytime you do that, like, the survivor just instantly runs away, so it's kind of irrelevant. Clown insert throw up emoji. Reminder too that the sub badges are now in effect, so you should be able to change your sub badge if you choose to. but I know the founder VIP and Prime ones are fancier. Yeah, number one. That's I understand that. That feels good. But at least he has cool skins. Yeah, you can stand there and look cool while all the survivors mock you and teabag you. Honestly, for how strong his camping is that it's like behavior is just making him the just like, hey, go back to camping. Like, okay, if that's really what you want us to do, because he's so strong at it. What the game? Why are we on a black screen? Oh, okay. We fixed it. All right. That tree was like another dimension, apparently. Look how cool you are standing in front of the hook after. Yeah, look at me. I'm cool. I'll stand here and watch you complete all these gens. The bad thing about the killer skin is you don't usually get to enjoy them because of the first-person POV. Also true. Yeah, the best skin in the game is a skin that the killer never gets to see, and that's the new Ghostface mask from the scary movies. That's probably the best skin in the game is his new mask, and the killer never gets to see it. Alright, so we are in a new area. So I think this is where we will call it for today, but we will pick up from this location tomorrow and maybe at least get Swanfleet done. And I wonder for us to stream Cheetah Wells Netflix calls me. Sounds good. Yeah, so we're gonna stop here for today, but I thank you to those that did stop by and say hello. And once again, I thank Bright and his community for the raid. Always appreciate it. And I thank you to those from his stream that or their stream that stayed along and joined us on these adventures. I'm going to take a bit of a dinner break here, and then tonight we're going to continue on with a second stream where we'll be playing the new killer in Dead by Daylight. So I don't know, I want to say maybe 2 hours. In 2 hours we'll do another stream, an hour and a half, something like that. It'll be just a quick dinner break. But yeah, thank you to those that stopped by, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.